Hi everyone, I'm Miranda.
And I am Varric, and today we're here just to share with you some quick tips about how to write an amazing college essay.
The best part of being an admission counselor is getting to know all of our amazing students, and the personal statement is really the way that we get to do that through the application. So listen for more tips on how to write your best personal statement.
Hi, my name is Grant, and the tip that I want to share with you today is a simple step but an important one. Start early. By starting early and giving yourself months in advance, you're setting yourself up to succeed. Any start is a good start. It allows you to put your best foot forward. Don't be afraid to get things wrong. If you make a mistake, that's okay. You can go from one idea to another. If you think of the college application like a meal, think of the personal statement like a souffle. Those things take time, so start early.
Hi, I'm Lilia, and my tip is brainstorming. So a big part of the first kind of early on stages of writing your college essay is brainstorming, and this is where you get to have a lot of fun and be creative. I would recommend things like bullet journaling, making lists, doodling even, doing things that create spontaneity and open your mind to new possibilities. One thing that I did a lot of in college when I was writing essays was something called free writing. So what I'd do is I'd set a timer for 20 minutes, I'd grab a pen and paper and just write freely. So as freely as you can, let your mind go. Don't focus too much on what you're doing, just kind of let it happen. At the end of those 20 minutes when the timer goes off, go back and read what you wrote. This can be kind of scary sometimes because you don't always know what you're going to find, but I promise you it's a super helpful activity and exercise. You'll end up seeing things that you never thought you would be able to write for your essay. Have fun brainstorming!
Hi, my name is Deb, and my essay writing tip is, what do I want someone to know about me? The essays are really important because it's how we get to know who you really are, right? You're a unique individual. There's a lot about you, and there's a lot that I want to learn about you. For example, I personally love comedy, especially stand-up comedy. Sometimes I'll try jokes out on my friends when they least expect it. But more importantly, comedy has shaped the way that I express myself and the way I communicate with others. Your essays also help us determine who you're going to be within our respective community. Who are you going to be in the dorms? Who are you going to be in the classroom setting? Who are you going to be representing READ in a study abroad program? That's what we're trying to get at with these essays. So communicate to us what that special thing about you is. Communicate to us who you are as an individual, because that's really what we're trying to get at. And that's what we're really excited to get to know.
Hey again, it's Varric, and my tip is to write as many drafts as you need to in order to tell your story. Have you ever heard of Vincent van Gogh's Portrait of a Peasant Woman? Probably not. The short and sweet of this portrait is that it doesn't exist. Van Gogh painted this portrait, it was beautiful, and then he decided he didn't like it. And he painted over it with an equally beautiful portrait that was literally just a patch of grass. Although the original was lovely by all accounts, he decided it wasn't what he wanted. And so he took the opportunity to go back to the drawing board and start again. And that's something that we really encourage, whether it's for an academic paper or your college essay. Write as many drafts as you need in order to tell the story that you want to tell. Obviously for Van Gogh, it started with a woman and it ended with a patch of grass, but what he was really trying to convey was, beauty, and beauty exists in a lot of different forms. So the biggest thing is just make sure you tell your story. That's my tip, but you're probably tired of hearing about artists. Let's go ahead and head to the next tip.
Hey, it's Miranda again. My tip is to get feedback from two people. When you give your essay to everyone, you get too much feedback, and this ends up complicating the statement more than it needs to be. Remember that we're reading this to get to know you, and we want to hear your authentic voice and the stories that you want to tell. And remember that the feedback you take and the changes you make are up to you. Every essay is different, so now let's hear our next and final tip.
I'm Grace, and my top tip might seem obvious, but that makes it all the more important. Proofread. Double check your punctuation, triple check your spelling, make sure your theirs, and theirs are all right. And even if you're a great writer, too long looking at your own essay makes you cross-eyed, so ask a trusted advisor to look over it for you. Proofreading isn't just for your essay. It's for all of the little parts of your application, the activities list, the list of classes that you've taken. Any place where you're writing, any little mistakes might just trip up your reader, slow us down, and get us thinking about the mistakes instead of the content of what you're telling us about. Another good way to catch your own mistakes is reading your essay out loud. When you have to say it out loud, then you really notice. Another proofreading tip, I think it's really great to have both a authority figure and advisor who's really good at the writing basics to look over it. I also really recommend having a second reader who knows you really well. I think a lot of people, that's a good friend. Your friend's going to be able to talk about whether this essay really represents a cool thing a college should know about you, and whether it sounds like your voice coming through. Because colleges, we really want to get to know your voice and what matters to you and what you'll bring to our campus. We want to cross that finish line thinking, wow, I cannot wait to celebrate them becoming a readie. So make sure you proofread.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed hearing our top tips for writing your personal statement and that you join us at an essay writing workshop.
Yeah, it's been really fun hanging out with you all. Hopefully you got some good information from this quick little video. And like Miranda said, we definitely look forward to seeing you in the future.